JCPS Digital Learning Channel. I am Jim Unger with JCPS Digital Innovation, and we wanted to share with you today a little bit of how to share Minecraft Education Edition with your students, as there's several ways we can go about doing this. So the first thing I did was I came to the Minecraft Education Edition website. If you have not been here, highly recommend checking this out. There are so many resources on here. Hopefully you've watched some of the earlier videos and you've taken some time to go through and learn a little bit of the basics with Minecraft, because there is so much with it, as it is an open world platform game that can be used with education, hence the name, that builds great engagement for your students and allows you to work in any content area. As we can talk about in some of the other videos in that, we've worked every content area and we have ideas for lessons. But also you can come in here, go to class resources, click find lesson or find world. So I'm going to click find lessons because I get a lot of questions on this. We get here and we go, oh, there's subject kits down here. We can pick different content areas, or I like to search all lessons. Why narrow it down? I can come in here, pick your grade level or your content that you're teaching. Notice now it's broken up even further. Let's say I'm doing this with my 5th graders and I want to look at math. Just because I did math with my son the other day. He had a Minecraft lesson on one of his choice boards and it was fun. We got to go through and kind of look at that one together. So I'm going to kind of go through here, see what we have, regrouping, points, lines, and rays. Once again, you can see there's so many things on here that have already been done. You do not have to take pre-generated worlds. You can absolutely build your own and do some amazing things out there. Classifying quadrilateral. Define, build, and classify quadrilaterals. So I like that one. And you'll see math plays very well into this, as does science with Minecraft. But like I said, all content areas can easily be represented in this. But in here, you'll see I have a lesson plan. I just moved down. All right, there's lesson objectives, and you see your math content from the Common Core. There's some guiding ideas, and same with anything else. You can use or lose whatever you want out of here. So there is a share or assign button. I typically have not used that one. As you can see, it goes on here to say Teams. Once again, this is a Microsoft product, so they're going to implement very well with Teams, things like that. You can put it to Twitter, Facebook, most of the things your children will not be on. So there's a nice button here called Download Assets. You know, one of the biggest things people do is they will download and then they'll go, well, where'd that go? So I'm very particular with this because I'm old school nerd. I like to make sure I know where I'm downloading things. So you can go to the classic downloads folder, and I see what the name of it is, classifying quadrilateral assets zip. I'm going to save that. Now if you don't know what a zip file is it's a pretty old format. It's where it takes a whole bunch of other files and it scrunches them down, compresses them as small as it can be to make it easier to deliver. The issue with that is it is a compressed version of all the different pieces and things that you want. You can see the external references down here. One I definitely want to get, and this is what we're really going to talk about and focus on, is this Minecraft world file. I'm going to click on that, and you see it's going to go in here and it's going to download it again, and I'm going to make sure I'm in my downloads folder, or maybe you go to documents and you've got some other place that you want to save in the documents. However you want to set up your folders, and this is an MC world file. This is the important one because it's the pre-built world, and I'm going to save it. I see them both down here. Now, I've got that down. There's some other things. There's standards. There's New York specific standards. Possibly the person that built this and shared it out was from New York, so they had a little extra resources on that, because they take these ideas from everyone across the world, around the world, and put them into these great pieces that anybody can use. There's also some external worksheets you can get. I'm not really going to mess with any of that. You are welcome to go through and dig into any of these pieces on here. I just want to show you some of the main things that could cause you some issues or at least help you get them out to your students. So I'm going to open my files now. And I see my files pop up here. Quick access, I'm going to go to downloads, that's where I put it. And you'll see, so there's a couple Minecraft things in here. But if I look under today, it breaks it down by time, and I can switch date modified, whatever it may be. There's my world file, and this here, my zip, and you'll notice it's a little folder and has a zipper on it. Now to actually use the pieces that are in there, I'm going to hit open that, and you'll see, oh, here we go. There is a lesson plan. In a Microsoft Word document, there is a lesson plan in a text document, and then there's a picture PNG file. Any of those can be awesome for you, but once again, what it does not have is this guy right here, the Minecraft world file. Now if I double click on that, it's going to think about it, figure out what it is and who it belongs to, and it's going to say, oh, this thing goes to Minecraft, so let me open Minecraft Education Edition. Now I didn't do that, the device did it on its own. So it's going to go here, take a minute, load it up, and it's going to ask me, of course, to log in, and anyone with Jefferson County credentials can go ahead and log in to Minecraft Education Edition. Whether that's a student, a teacher, and if you have dual authentication like I do, I'm going to click on that, I'm going to approve it, boom, and it's saying, hey, here you are. Now as it gets that, it's going to say, okay, loading that world. It didn't even let me make any choices there. It jumped right in, and it's building that world that I clicked on. And now that I've clicked on it, it's going to generate that, and it's going to save anything I do to that world file. So some teachers will take that world file, and before any students ever get into that, oh, look at this generating, beautifully generated world. All right, and then we'll see our NPCs here. I can go up and talk to him, and he's going to start giving me what I need to do for the lesson. And he had some external links and other things going on. So many things, once again, that you can get into this. But I really just wanted to show you that it opened this world, got it going, and it's there. All right. Now, what I was saying was some teachers will come in and they will make some changes. You can change the world spawn point, meaning where do kids drop in. Maybe I want to come over here in this corner and put some border walls up around this and have students drop in here. Or if they're just going to be working with this individually, which is how I'm going to assign it in Google Classroom, you don't need to do that. You will not need to alter it in any way. They'll just drop in and they'll be right here in front of this guy called quadrilaterals over his head. All right. When you're doing group work, you can alter these files. But right now we're going to look at it as I want to give every student their own version to go in and work with. So I'm going to jump out of here now. I'm going to save and exit. All right. And now I'm going to exit Minecraft completely because I do not need to be in there. All right, and there's our world file that I want to take and share this. Now you can change this name if you want. I'm going to rename. Let's call this fifth grade shapes. Whatever you do, do not change that .mc world because that is what signifies what kind of file type it is for your device. It needs to know that Minecraft world file. All right. So I'm going to drop out of there, and I want to take that and assign it now. How do I get that out to my kiddos? I'm going to go over to my Google Drive. All right, because we're going to be using what is our platform for learning. It is Google Classroom, and everything we send out to students, no matter whether we're using Savas, we're using Study Island, we're using any materials we have that we've made that we share with our PLCs, we send them out through the common platform of Google Classroom. So the easy way for me to do this and get it out to my kids is I'm going to take and I'm going to do a new file upload. I'm going to do a file upload. I'm going to pick my file. Oh my goodness, where is it? Oh, it was in downloads. All right. And fifth grade shapes, there it is. I renamed it. I'm going to hit open. And now it's going, well, now I'm silly because I don't know where I put it. So if you missed what I did there, what I did was I came in here and I was lost. Like, where did I put it? Oh my goodness, because I didn't go to the right place in my drive and go to my Minecraft folder that I have made. There it is on the left, it's green. And I didn't know where I put it. So before I X'd out of this, I clicked on the little folder and it took me right down here to it. So now I'm going to take it, now I'm going to drag it up here, go up, 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 up through all these awesome files. I'm going to drop it in my Minecraft folder. Now I know where it's at, so with all my fun Minecraft stuff. States of matter, not the one I wanted. I think it's hiding back here behind this. I'm going to X out now, and there it is. All right, 5th grade shapes. So now I'm going to take this and I want to say, okay, sharing. How do I want to share this? I want to make sure when I send it out, people can actually get to it. So restricted only people with this link. Well, let's change that, change link, and we're going to make it to anyone in Jefferson County Public Schools. We're there, done, permissions updated. All right, so this bad boy is ready to go. I do believe. We're going to find out as we go. All right, I'm going to open another tab here, and we're going to go to our platform now because I've uploaded it to Google Drive. I'm going to go to Google Classroom. And let's see, where's my class? Mr. Unger's class. There it is in JCPS Minecraft. Shows all that good stuff. Let's see, make sure I've got my students in here. Yep, there we go. Oh, I'm going to go to stream, classwork. All right, let's see, I want to assign. So let's create an assignment. All right, with your assignment, add or create doc slides, sheets, drawings, and forms. Got it. All right, title. This is what? Math Shapes Minecraft assignment. All right. Follow the instructions within the world and take screenshots to show completed work. So within the Minecraft world, there's different ways that you can do assessments in there. Screenshots make it fairly easy where they can just do pictures of what they've done in there. Now you can do use the camera and the book and quill inside and export it as a PDF. There's different ways you can do that. A little bit different. We can talk about that at a different time. I'm just going to say, take screenshots to show me your completed work. That way they have something to turn in. Due date, I'm not going to do a due date or a topic right now. I do want to add my file. I'm going to go to my Google. So I hit add, go into Google Drive. And let's see. Yep, it comes right up in recent. Or I could go to my drive, Minecraft, and there it is there also. And I'm going to say, all right, insert it. Share settings. Now, remember, we want everyone to get a copy of this. So we're going to change it to each individual student to get their own copy. All right. So make a copy for each student. It's set. It's saved. It says save right there. And not really going to set any of these other pieces on here. Hopefully, if you don't know what some of these are, you can check out some of the other great videos on the Digital Learning channel for using Google Classroom. Whether you're a newbie or advanced, there's always changes and things we try to keep updated on there that you can stay up to date. And let's assign. All right. And I now have an assignment. And what we're going to do now is we're going to jump in from the student side to see what this looks like. All right, as you'll see here, we're now in a student account. Thank you to my son for letting me experiment with his account. And I'm going to go to Google Classroom and we'll see if we can find that assignment and get it going. There's Mr. Unger's class along with all of his great teachers at Kenwood Elementary. I'm going to click on Mr. Unger's class and there's the assignment we made. I'm going to open that up. And over here, as I follow the instructions, and I could say, go over here, make sure you make a copy of this. You can make this as detailed as you want. I probably should have done that if I were actually assigning this to students. I'm going to click Make a Copy. And when you do that, it makes a copy into the Google Drive associated with this account. So now Aiden should have a copy of this in his Google Drive. So let's click on Google Drive and see if it's there. And, oh, right at the top, I see actually, yeah, there's 4 copies of it. So you can see I did this a couple times just to make sure it works. So it's there. I don't remember doing it 4 times, but at least the file is there. So now I'm going to open, let's see if we can find Minecraft Education Edition. And I did do this on this Chromebook. It was fairly similar. You make a copy, it puts it in the Google Drive, and then I went to edit, 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 edit. All right, and we're gonna sign him in. And like I said, we did do this on a Chromebook, and it was the same thing. We had to make that copy, send it to the Google Drive, and then I dropped down and I opened up Minecraft, much like this. I'm gonna hit play. And now that won't be here yet, so what I need to do is I got to click on this button right here, and it's very important, and several people have probably not used that before. So we're going to click on import, and what it's going to do is it's going to look for that file. Now on a Chromebook, it actually takes you to Google Drive, which is a little bit easier than this. If I were on the Chromebook, this would actually open up when you click import. It opens up your Google Drive, and you would look for the file name, 5th grade, right? Same as here, and then you would hit open. And what it is, it says level import finished successfully. Now, nothing happened. You notice the first time I did it, I ran it right from my computer and it popped up in there. But since we hit import, what it actually did was it added it to your worlds. So now I click on view my worlds and I will see, and this one is actually smaller in file size than the other one. So let's, oh, I know why. Because I did not, this one I actually went into, and when you go in, it starts to generate that world around you. So then when you close it and save it, remember I was telling you anything you do in that world, it remembers. So since these are fresh, new, clean ones, they're at the 1.4 megabytes. This one's at 2.1. You probably don't even care about any of this. However, this is a way for me to know what happened here. It kept the original name, even though I renamed the outside file of it. It has a lot of pieces to that world file that it opens up and expands, kind of like that zip file we talked about at the beginning. But only Minecraft Education Edition will understand what that is. So it opened it up and it pulled out the original name, not the one I used for the assignment. But since I used this one and opened it, when I saved it, it added to the memory storage of it. And these are both the same because I haven't opened either one of them. But then I can jump in and hit play. And import, import open, view my worlds, it's there, and you know what, we can hit play. Boom. And there you'll see we have it, and now Aiden is in the quadrilateral world all by himself, separate from everyone else. He can do whatever he needs to do. He can take screenshots, he can use the camera and get all kinds of different photos. All right. Let's exit. Exit. So obviously another thing you could do in the Google Classroom, instead of making the assignment and giving them the world, you could simply put a link in here that takes them to that download page on the Microsoft website, and they should be able to install that world and run it right from there. Different ways to do it, whatever you think is going to be easiest for you, easiest for your students. Just know there's different ways to get there. Now the other option, remember, this gives everyone their own world to work in. You can also host a class yourself if you'd like. You may not like, but it does make it fun to get everyone together, go through there. And I will say, make sure you follow some of the startup guides. If you haven't watched them yet, watch them, because you want to know what your settings are, how to get them going. And let me get logged in here again. Luckily on the Chromebook you can just have it save this and you don't have to go through all of this authentication from what I've seen on my son's Chromebook. But we're doing this from Windows, and I'm going to hit play. I'm going to go to view my worlds, or I could start a new one, but let's just go in here and we'll pick one of these. We'll use this one I already opened. Now I can hit host here. I can change the settings here, but first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hit play. Oh wait a minute, I wanted to host. I was going to share this with my kids. Well, easy enough. If I want to drop them in, maybe I do that whole building corral area, however it may be. Once again, that'll be a different video we can check out. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click this over here with these happy little pictures right here. And then I have start hosting. All right, and you'll see the crown here. That means I'm an operator. If you don't know what that is, you haven't watched any other videos. All right, I'm going to hit start hosting. It says if you start hosting, we will create a code for you to give to other players so they can join your world. Would you like to start hosting? Yes, I would. All right, so I'm going to hit confirm. These right here are what you would tell your students. And if they've played Minecraft, they'll be very familiar with this, and you'll say, fish, rail, sign, potion. That's it. They will put that in. If they're logging in with their JCPS domain credentials, it should allow you to host. I hosted a game, or not host, allow you to join. I hosted a game and I had my son's Chromebook, my iPad, hooked to this Windows computer. So I had 3 different devices running Minecraft Education Edition, all dropped into the same world. It's really, truly amazing that they have that compatibility. So once that's in there, you can keep it. If you hit stop hosting, it cuts everybody off and they drop out, because your world is the actual world that's out there for everyone to be into. So if you stop it, or you lose connection, or you crash, everyone's going to get booted out. So you don't have to worry about people playing, or when we worry about a meet being open and the teacher drops out of it. If the host drops out, it's going to kick everyone out from the world. So I can resume and people would generally start dropping into this. Now, if you refresh, know about that. If you refresh this, all right, and it's going to give you some pop-ups here. Making a new join code will not stop your game, but it will require that they use that new code for anybody coming in afterwards. All right, they can't use the old code. So I hit confirm. Notice it's a whole new set of 4 characters. So this is still good. It's still the same game. The kids that were in here, whoever it may be, would still be in here. But anybody new joining in would have to use this new code. All right? So lots of different ways to use this. As always, you can do your whole class in here. I think up to like 25, I believe. I'd have to double check on that. You can send out the individual world files, as we talked about. That is a good way to do it. Or you could also come up with small groups. If you have, you're going to probably survey your class, hopefully. Their skill levels, your skill level, and you want to see where they're at. And you say, okay, I've got 4 or 5 experts in here that I know are good digital citizens. They know the rules. You can allow them to get to the world file, get it going, and they can host, and you can do small group sessions. And you can say, hey, when you get that world started, please send me your join codes. And then you can drop into the different worlds through your Minecraft game. To do that, I would save and exit out of this. And let's say I'm coming as a teacher, and John Smith sends me his group work, whatever their code may be. So I'm going to hit join world. And this is all they do to join that world. And they'll put in, cake, pickaxe, rail, Alex. And you hit confirm. You can do all of this is a little advanced, and there is a networking guide on the JCPS Minecraft education website that we have. And it goes through a lot of those different things in case you're having issues with students dropping out or not being able to connect. And it goes through some of the issues you may have at your house. But put in your different code, you'll hit confirm, and it will join that world. Now, once again, join code user does not match any world, probably because I just made something up. Now, occasionally it could drop you into a world, but they're going to be like, why are you here? And they'll probably kick you out because the operator that hosts that world has that control. All right? And then when you hit that, it will drop you into the world you want to join. And then you could just kick back out and join somebody else's world. All right? I hope you guys enjoyed. Have fun, play Minecraft, enjoy it with the kids. Don't get stressed out. Take it slow. Learn from each other. Fail forward. All right, this is Jim Unger, and I'll talk to you guys later. JCPS Digital Innovation.